happened to me. You and I was performing at Caroline's, and you came to the show once.
Yes, I did. You were fantastic.
Thank you. And it was just an honor to meet you because, I mean, I watched you in Sex and the City, and I was just, like, really in awe of you, but you were so gracious. What do you think of Sex and the City, the impact that it had on women? What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think it was about time we had a show about women, you know, as family. And because that's how it's been my whole life. Men have come and gone, but my girlfriends are always there. There's that kind of support that you get, and I think that those stories were never told, and it was a very fresh voice. And then the following started, and women started getting together to watch it, and then it just grew from that. So I think it was really about time, and I see all these new shows coming out, and I'm really happy to see that they're continuing those stories of younger women now, not just women in their 30s and 40s, but younger as well.
Don't you also think that what people... I know what I loved about it was the honesty. That it was like the real inside of a female relationship and what we really talk about.
I always thought that the four women together made up one complete woman. So you could relate to all the characters. I thought that was the brilliant aspect of it. And the writing was just so good.
So good. Now, is it true that you turned down the role of Samantha several times before doing it?
Yes, I did.
What were you thinking?
Exactly. Well, you know, when you sign up as an actress, as you know, you get a script that's 30 pages long, and then you sign a contract for 6 years of your life, and you think, I don't know if this will work, you know? And it had never been done before. And it was really the persistence of Darren Star and Dennis Erdman that really propelled me. I remember being called on a Sunday morning, getting up, and one of them said, what are you doing? You have to say yes to this. This is your role. And they had hired another actress who's no longer in the business. It did change my life. And I think it really changed a lot of people's idea of what 40 was about. Because I, too, felt that I couldn't play Samantha at 40. I thought, behind me. I can't be sick. I can't, no. Right. And it was really an awakening, not just, I think, for everyone, but for myself as well, saying, 40, I'm just getting started. Right?
And you know what's so much about the show is like you'll be out with girlfriends now. Like I was out with girlfriends recently, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be Samantha for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, there's that shorthand now. You know, with people. It's wonderful.
It's part of the way we communicate now is through that situation.
Your character was very empowering for a lot of women, and I think you gave a lot of women out there the guts and the backbone to, you know, kind of speak up for themselves and empower themselves. I wonder if you ever felt, because talking to men in the office about Sex and the City, some of the guys didn't like how it empowered women out there watching. They felt a little threatened. They felt a little bit threatened by it. I mean, but that wasn't what they were setting out to do. They were just trying to do something fresh.
I think it was a woman's point of view, which was very clearly stated. And I think that it was done with humor and intelligence. Yes. And I think that made it less scary. I think the way to open a door with a lot of people is to make it funny. And then they can start to get comfortable with it and understand it, and then it can be integrated.
How do you feel like... Sorry.
You go first.
How do you feel like you're different from that character?
Oh, in so many ways. She used to scare me. Because I was scary. How you know, this was where no woman had ever gone where Samantha had gone before. I mean, I felt like I was in a Star Trek movie. And I did a Star Trek movie, so I know what that's about. No, it was just sort of unprecedented. And it would say, you know, she falls on the bed or she does this, and I would say, how many times have I done that now? And how can I make this new and different? And it always managed to happen. And I think a lot of that had to do with just the ensemble work that we did together. You know, those girls were terrific. We had, from the first read-through, you must find that. You have a chemistry, don't you? It works or it doesn't, and you feel it.
So will there be another Sex and the City movie?
From your lips.
I